I think you're a better dancer than me.
Not really. I just had lots of practice.
Welcome to our very first episode, our very first podcast episode of Rewired and Desired, where intimacy, mindset, and disability intersect. I'm Trina Ricketts, and I'm with Nicole Richards, and we are not related. And we are actually both people with ostomies. I have an ileostomy, Nicole has a colostomy, but I'll let her introduce herself in a moment. This is our very first episode, and we thought that we would introduce ourselves to our audience and just have a little fun chat today. Our next episode, we're going to talk about Nicole's romantic challenges. And she's going to use my intimacy coaching ability to help guide her, and then the following episode after that, she's going to help me with some issues I'm having. So we're jumping right off to an in-depth start. To quickly give you an introduction of who I am. Like I said, I'm Trina Ricketts. I have an ileostomy for the last 2 years. I've been to hell and back with my health journey. Um, I've I'm currently an intimacy coach, specializing in helping people to heal their touch starvation and attract more intimacy into their lives. And I'm actually really excited today because I had a message from one of my clients this morning, and he had a huge breakthrough. We've only been working together for 4 weeks. And when we started, he said that his wife had zero interest in intimacy. And after 4 weeks of my guidance, they finally had intimacy.
Yay!
I
Yay!
know, right? I just had to share that. But it's these kinds of wins that make this work worthwhile. To give a little bit of background about me, I am a mom with 3 kids. 2 of them are adults now. One is a teenager. I am single. Um, Before I was single this time, I was a serial monogamist. I would get in one long-term relationship after another, and I'm not doing that again. I'm determined to stay single for a while. I have a background in adult entertainment. So, being in that industry, I really saw that there was an epidemic of loneliness, especially among men, but in our society in general. And after I went through all my health issues and I couldn't work a regular job because, you know how it is, it's like a roller coaster. And for me, every time I would try to have a regular job, I would end up having to call in sick all the time. And then, so I was looking for work that I could do on my own schedule when I'm well, and I became an intimacy surrogate. So I have experience with all kinds of people as an intimacy surrogate and working in the adult entertainment industry. But my heart really is with working with people who have disabilities because I have always found that people don't know what to say to me. And it's because they haven't been through what I've been through. But if you've been through what you've been through, then you know what to say and you know how to understand and not to like freeze up. And I think a lot of people with disabilities don't have anyone to talk to. So that's a
Yeah,
huge thing.
yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much, I think, all I really need to tell you about me right now. Let's pass it over to Nicole.
Hey, thank you very much, Trina. It was good to hear. Not that I didn't know about you and what you've done and your experiences, but it's always good to hear it again because it reminds me of my own journey and what we're going to be talking about in the next episode, which is, oh my God, like I can't actually wait because I mean I can physically, but I don't want to wait because it's getting good and it's I'm at the point that I'm feeling so much pull and super excited to get your take on it all. So
Ooh, the
can't
pull,
wait.
the
Yes.
intimacy pool.
It's so ironic. Not to like get off subject. I'm going to talk about who I am in a minute, but it's a really interesting place to be in right now. And yes, the ostomy has so much to do with it because, yes, it's a prosthetic way of using the restroom that most people don't really have awareness around. And that's why I think another reason we started this podcast is because it's going to be so important to connect, but to show people because it's not just ostomies. Other people have prosthetic this, that, the other. But you're right. Everybody just wants connection. Everybody wants intimacy. Everybody wants to feel desired and rewired, which is what I kind of get into here in what I like to do. But yeah, I just can't wait. And it's going to be really great. So I can't wait. But yeah, I'm Nicole. My name's Nicole and Nicole Richards. And I am a mom to three adult children. I am a grandma. So I'm a granny. Granny.
You look
Yeah.
way too young to be a grandmother.
I'm a grandma to one, a 2.5-year old, well, almost 2.5, and then my daughter's pregnant with her second. So yeah, I'm a grandma. And
Congratulations.
it's kind of like the highlight of my life. Like honestly, I don't get to spend as much time with her because right now out in California, but yeah, it's the greatest joy of my life. So there's that. So besides that, yeah, I've had an ostomy for 10 plus years, due to Crohn's disease, more like dealing with like constant, uh, constipation and then the other, like no balance, no in between. And after a while, I was given the choice to have an ostomy and I took it. And I don't think I'll ever go back. I mean, I don't want to go back. Like, why? Being out of pain is huge. Not that I don't experience it still, but for the general portion of that has come down a lot. So I feel great and I'm grateful for my ostomy. And you know, I started an underwear company. I make ostomy undergarments. That's been interesting, challenging. It's brought me to meet all these beautiful people. Trina, I started a Facebook group called Ostomy Body Positive with one other gentleman. And we've been running that for about a year and a half, and it took off. And now we have quite a big following, and we do so many amazing things, meet so many amazing people like Trina, because that's how we met. Yay! We'll get into that in a minute, but yeah. So it's been amazing. It's an amazing journey. I'm learning so much about ostomies. I'm learning so much about reasons why people have ostomies. I know, like for Trina, for example, totally different scenario than I've ever heard of,
Mhm.
and a few other people that I just like. Whoa, I just thought it was all this, that, and the other. So I'm learning, I'm journeying, and I'm also becoming somebody that I wasn't expecting to become in a good sense, and that's what life is, right? I also do coaching, and I have a online course, and what I like to focus on is mindset shifts, and mostly um well, mind, body, spirit, essentially. I like to dive into holistic ways to like help heal yourself because we all carry it inside of us. We have this like internal compass that can heal ourselves. And without sounding woo woo, right? Because I know that's like a woo woo term, right? Like healing yourself and holistic and yada yada yada. But it is true. Like there's reasons why people talk about this, right? And yes, we still need doctors. We still need medicine at times. We need nurses. We need all these things. But then
Mhm.
there's this general sense of finding our internal struggles, our internal self-talk, our internal way of thinking about ourselves and the world surrounding us. And so I really like to focus on mindset. So I like to think of it like 80% mindset set shifts, 10%, physical, like, body, and then 10% how you connect to whoever it is you connect to. So God, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, like whoever it is that you that you, your angels, your guides, whatever it is, you connect to. I believe that 10% is part of that healing. But I will, for the sake of the podcast, be focusing on the mindset shifts. And that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I don't know, basically. There's more, and I'm sure you're going to find out more. But yeah, that's pretty much who I am and what I want to focus on because we have the power to heal, and you are going to feel amazing because you should feel amazing. You deserve to feel amazing. We deserve to feel amazing because
Mhm.
we're all beautiful people and we deserve love, intimacy, connection, all of it.
Mhm. Yes. And to break free of the shame around
Mhm.
the bag farting or the shame around things we can't do in the bedroom anymore. You
Yeah.
know?
Yes. Yes.
And
That's
what I'm really excited about is Nicole and I both have agreed that we're going to not hold anything back. Like this podcast will be adult oriented. There, you should not watch it with your children. Because we will be talking about the penis and the vagina and
and
how I'm wearing a bra
exciting.
right now, but I hate it. I just want to set the nipples free.
And on this podcast you can because
Are you sure?
you can do whatever you want to do. Like this, that's the beauty
Well,
of this. Yeah, girl, take it off. Take it off. I mean, she's not getting naked, right? Like she could take it off.
it's like
There you go.
Flashdance. Remember the movie Flashdance?
Is that the one where yeah, is she like she's like
She's a welder or
a
something?
welder, yeah. And she's hot and she puts her hair
Now I
down.
don't have any cleavage anymore.
Right. Perfect. That's okay. El natural, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's super important. In this day and age, we're moving into the times of openness and authenticity and real talk and real support and realness of what we're thinking and feeling because we don't have to stuff it in a bag and pretend like it doesn't exist anymore,
Mhm.
you know? And people aren't
I
probably
don't
going
think you
to.
can really like experience re true healing unless you can get really raw and authentic.
Yeah.
And when you're like trying to dance around the topic, then it just creates confusion. Like right now, I'm trying to create content on Instagram and
Mhm.
talk about sex, but I can't say the word sex. And I have to be so careful of what I say so that they don't flag the video, that the
Mhm.
AI will flag it. I think
Yeah.
if a human saw it, they probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
But because it's done by AI, anything that might flag it, like the SEX
Yep.
word. So
Mm.
so now I'm like making lovey-dovey
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
uh
Yeah.
and put the pickle in the pantry.
I wonder if does YouTube also flag those things?
I think that YouTube, as long as you mark your podcast as adult, it should be okay.
Got it.
I mean, worst case scenario, we move to a platform that doesn't
Yeah. Yeah.
censor us,
I'm
but
sure there's plenty of those out there now,
I've seen
right?
lots of sex videos on YouTube though, so
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
Well,
not the
hey,
only thing we're
we'll
talking
find
about.
out. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, no, I do. I think it's super important to like it's super important because people are struggling with these issues. And if they don't hear people talking about it, how are they going to normalize the situation? You know, how are they going to know that there's people out there that can help them, like you for your intimacy? You know, like how are they going to know that there's sexual surrogacy even exists? Because I didn't know what that meant until
Yeah.
you told me about it. I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Intimacy surrogate. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that it exists. And even if they do, they still feel like it would be like cheating on their spouse or would be too scared to bring it up with their spouse. Like what I find in my work is it really depends on the relationships that my clients are in. If they're married and they're not being touched, then uh, you have to look at, so what is your goal? Is your goal to heal this
Hmm.
touch issue with your partner, or is your goal to find a way to have your intimacy needs met without depending on your partner? Um,
Yeah.
has the relationship run its course?
Yeah.
That can be the case sometimes, and people are
Yeah.
just too afraid to walk away, and so they're especially with disabilities. Uh,
Sure.
if you're a man, for instance, who has erectile dysfunction, which is really common even with people who don't have disabilities,
Sure.
but if you've had surgeries in that area for any reason, there can be nerve damage, and then there's the performance anxiety that will
Hmm.
come, especially if you're feeling insecure about having an ostomy bag or something like that. And then what if the bag just farts really loud in the middle of it? Like that can
Yes.
happen to any of
Oh,
us. It
I
happens, you
know.
know? For some
Uh,
people, the fear of that is so huge that they refuse to even have intimacy, you know? And
right.
I mean, the first time I had an ostomy, I was so insecure about the bag farting that I wouldn't go anywhere. I missed out
Mhm.
on parties, I missed out on conferences, I missed out on all kinds of things, and I would like literally start crying if my ostomy bag farted really loud in front of people
Yeah.
because I would be
Yeah.
so embarrassed.
Right.
But
Yeah.
now there's better products, there's better bags. Like I use what is it? Coloplast, I think they're
Yeah.
called.
Okay.
Sensurum Mayo. I don't
I
know if
use
I'm saying
those. I
that
use
right.
those too. Same
Yeah,
thing.
and I
Mhm.
find they're not as loud. Like they seem to muffle fart sounds more than Hollister, for instance, in my experience. And I'm
Yeah.
sure it's different for everybody, but for me,
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it's a thicker bag or I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also I'll put on like garments that put some pressure, like a
Yeah.
belly band or anything
Yes.
that puts some pressure on the bag so
Hmm.
that if it does make noise, it's muffled, you know?
Muffled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
And it helps a lot. And like I fast before I have
that
intimacy with
I
people.
was gonna say that that's probably number one because if you know your body and you know how long you're gonna take to digest that meal, you have that time that
Yeah,
you should be good, right?
exactly. Eat right before because it slows everything down.
Mm.
And you've got a couple hours at least.
Wow, I never thought about that, but
That's an option, or fasting. Fasting is also an
fasting.
option.
Yeah,
Fasting obviously can be dangerous if you have issues of dehydration and whatnot, but
definitely.
every different person is different.
That
But when I have an event at night, I won't eat all day until like right before the event. What is that you got there?
salt, salt. So
Yes.
if this because I've been doing fasting, 20 and a mic check. Mic check. I've been doing a 20-hour fast and a 4-hour, so salt
Eating
is your
window.
best friend. And I just,
That's what I do. I have to too. Oh, well, I do that just regularly anyway because I find that I get dehydrated so quickly with the ileostomy, and I also go for IV hydration, which has been a game changer for me as well.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Especially
nice.
in the winter. I find in the winter I'm so dry.
Good. But yeah,
I thought it would be different. I thought it would be the summer because I'd be sweating from the heat.
right. Humidity, that kind of thing.
For some reason, the winter
Mm,
just dries me right out.
yeah. 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 So I think, with everything that you just said, it's going to be really interesting in our next episode because these are all things that like I'm struggling with right now,
Mhm.
thinking about this
Yeah.
maybe experience coming up. And so, um, partly, but there's obviously a lot more to it. But it is interesting that you're talking about that right now because, here's the thing. I designed a pair of underwear specifically for intimacy, right? And sure, I've been at this for a while, just the making of it and whatever. And so I had the experiences back then, trying them and making sure, that's what I wanted and whatever. But then over the last few years, there hasn't. And so
There
it's just
hasn't what, Nicole?
there hasn't been any activity
With your cute underwear or at all?
at all. At all. At all.
Sounds
Uh,
like you might be a little touch starved.
oh, 199%.
Yeah.
199%. Um, but yeah, we'll save this for later because there's a lot to unpack there.
Because there's a man in your life.
There's the potential, right? It's like this
Mhm.
potential thing, but that's part of it. So yeah, it's gonna be a really good. I'm excited for you to help me unpack it. But
Yeah, me too. I'm excited too. I've got my curiosity piqued.
good, 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 good. It's gonna be good. And the funny thing too is like us going into this, right, and doing this podcast and how we want to be, open and talk about whatever and whatever. That means being more open with who I am. And not that I haven't been, but I've been on a journey to being very open about who I am.
Mhm.
And then when you start a business, you also sometimes err on the side of caution, right? Sometimes you're like, well, but I'm not, that's not going to happen here.
No, it's not.
It's
People are
not.
gonna love us or hate us.
And I'm open for all of the above. Love me or hate
Me
me.
too. I've kind of been navigating that whole not fitting into society thing for a long time.
Me too. Me too. And I love it.
I think you have to be the type of person who doesn't mind not fitting in to even have the courage to do what we're doing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
kudos to us.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. When you ever thought of like, like in high school, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, for me, I did everything to fit in. Like
Mm.
whatever I could do to fit in, and I never fit into one group. I had like this group, that group, that group, this group, that group, and I like dibble dabbled in all of them.
Yeah.
And I realized like that's who I am at my core. I was too busy trying to fit into one group or the other. And it's
Mhm.
like it takes a long time to get to the point where you just like stop giving a fuck and just start being yourself, and
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at that core. I'm like deep, I'm ready.
You are. You're definitely ready.
Yeah.
We're about to
You've
go on a
I feel
journey.
like you've been ready. So I think your spirit is like awakening my soul in that aspect.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
You
want
have
to
that
awaken
power.
everyone's souls and other things. No.
Well, I'm sure you've done that. As I'm talking into this
Penis
replica.
looking. I got one too.
Boom. I was actually watching a video, and there was an intimacy video that came across my algorithm. Go figure, go figure. And she was talking about she's like, you just grab that thing and hold on to that microphone and you talk to it just like you would, blah blah blah. She was just going on, and it was funny. She kind of reminded me of you in a sense. Like, that's something I felt like you would say. Like, just grab the microphone and start talking to
Grab
it.
it.
Oh, I love it. I love
That's
it.
so funny.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
well, I think.
Okay, we didn't talk about how we met.
Oh yeah.
We well, I think I touched on it, but we met in the Ostomy Body Positive, that Facebook group that my friend and I started. And I think, did I reach out to you? You reached out to me first.
I can't remember, honestly.
I don't remember either. I know it was back in April because I had broke 5 bones in my pelvis, you
Oh
guys.
my
And
gosh.
I was in a car accident in January. And so we
I
yeah, I
don't
can't
even know.
remember. But we
I don't
started
know.
talking back then. We talked about doing things like this, but it
Yeah.
took a while to like just get there. And
Oh, I know. Originally, I modeled your underwear.
you did, but it was after that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that was really fun.
Yeah, 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 you did. And you're on my website. So,
I'm
Ostomy
on your
Innovations
website.
222. Go to there. You'll see Trina in underwear, my underwear, not my, like, she didn't borrow my underwear. She's just wearing my brand.
We
Okay.
weren't in the same room at the same time.
In fact, we can't because you're in Canada and I'm in the US. So
I
there's
know
that.
we're a global podcast
Global, yeah.
for anyone who speaks English, and then
Global.
maybe we can learn how to have it translated if people ever get
Ooh,
interested in that.
that's a great idea. Or at least
Because,
subtitles on the bottom, right?
oh yeah, yeah, that's right. I guess people can just get subtitles maybe in their own language. I don't know if that works that way
Yeah,
or not.
I'm not sure. We'll find out, right?
Stuff
We'll
for us
find out.
to research and learn as we go.
Perfect. I love it. So yeah, excited about this. I'm excited about just talking openly. I'm excited about like people being able to connect and
Hmm.
feel what you have to give and feel what I have to give and
Dancing together.
dancing, get dancing. Yeah.
And then we also plan after the new year to start having guests as well. We
Yes.
will bring
Yes.
on experts or people who want to be coached for free for an episode.
hmm
Um, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is
Me
this is
too.
start of something really fun. And it's not just like, and here's one other thing. They say when you're doing what you love, that it just comes natural and it's fun and it's not work. And that's how I feel about this, probably more
Mm.
than a lot of things. Like, I really feel that. So I'm super glad, like, you had the idea, Trina, and you brought it to me. Like, I'm so glad. So thankful. I'm so thankful and blessed to
Me
know
too. I've actually done a podcast before for a very brief time. It was
you.
under a different brand that I was building from my adult entertainment days.
Mm, hmm
It's called the Fearless Living Podcast, and it's
Nice.
out there. But I stopped because it was a lot of work, and I was doing it all myself, and I wanted to kind of switch gears to something using my real name and, getting into helping people with disabilities. So that I was doing like a career shift, you know?
Mm, hmm
So I do have that experience, but I don't have the experience of doing a podcast with someone, which I think is more fun.
Yeah,
And it also splits up some of the work that's involved,
yeah,
and then also, like, I feel like over time of us doing this, we'll just become in a flow because we'll know each other so well and we'll be
right.
so used to working together and talking
Yeah,
together that it
yeah.
will just flow really naturally. So
Yeah, the dynamic will change a little bit.
yeah.
One thing too we didn't mention, and I think we should kind of touch on that is for ostomates or people with ostomies who are listening, sometimes the word disability can be like triggering
Mhm.
or people don't look at it as a disability. And we're not saying, I don't think whether, I mean, I can't, I honestly, I would tell you what I think about the word disability with ostomy, but I really do, I'm kind of impartial. That's my view, is I'm
Mhm.
impartial to whether it is or it's not. Um, and but the fact of the matter is the things that we're going to talk about will always be things that other people will be dealing with if they do have a disability because an ostomy, irregardless, is something that not many people are used to seeing or knowing about. And
Mhm.
so we just want to be able to connect with people and make those people understand how great and amazing they are and how deserving of love and intimacy and connection and the ability to, go within and heal themselves is made available. And I'm sorry if you can
Mhm.
hear construction next door, but
No,
oh,
I
you
can
can.
hear.
Okay, good,
Yep.
good.
You have a good microphone.
So yeah, that was my
Yeah.
spiel on that. I just wanted
I
to kind
think
of
that's a great point. The word disability is controversial in among some people. I've seen people uh, make comments in the group too. I even had a discussion with this really wonderful woman who was so open enough and forthcoming enough to share her views on the word disability. And I
Mhm.
really spent a lot of time because of that conversation trying to think of another word that would make people know that we're talking to them. And I think for the most part, and if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. But I think for the most part that the majority of people aren't offended by the word disability or
Yeah.
disabled. I know I'm not. I
Right.
use that word to describe myself because it's the easiest way to make people understand that I have a modified way of living because of
hmm
my disability.
Right.
And so I think that the majority of people who would identify with the word disability, even if they don't like the word, they'll know that we're talking to them.
Hmm.
That's what I believe, and that's the reason I decided that I'd discussed it with Nicole, of course, to decide that we would just stick with that word, mostly because we couldn't find another word that would really let the audience
Hmm.
that we're trying to reach know that
Yeah.
they're the audience we're trying to
Right.
reach.
Yes, yes, to encompass the
Yeah.
whole um, community, right? Because
Hmm.
there, and then because the other thing is too is like disability isn't just a physical disability. There's mental
Hmm.
disabilities, and
Yeah.
which is still super important to what we talk about because it all affects our mindset, you know.
Yes.
So yeah,
And really, often our physical disability is the least of our problems. It really is
yeah,
the inner work that's the problem that
100%.
needs to be done. And people think, well, I do the inner work, I forgive myself. I don't lose my shit every time something doesn't go
Hmm.
my way. I'm doing
Hmm.
the inner work, but if you want to heal shame, if you want to heal touch starvation, if you want to like even heal your physical body, because when we're unwell in
Hmm.
our minds, it impacts our bodies and vice versa. Like
100%.
I always feel the worst mentally when I'm sick.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I go right back to this, I'm a burden, I'm
yep.
unlovable, I'm why would anyone want to be with me and put up with
Hmm.
this shit? Um,
Hmm.
like who would want to have to be with someone who goes to the hospital every year or something or another? Just shit that we
Yeah.
both or like just lying there and like wishing I could ask someone to get me a glass of water or get me something and feeling like such a burden just because I need them to care for me, So I
Mhm.
think people that have been through Crohn's, cancer, doesn't have to be people who have ostomies, like because in my work I have like I've have one long-term client who had prostate cancer and had his prostate removed
Mm.
and now struggles with erectile dysfunction, and
Mhm.
he had to travel this journey of realizing, one, that there were ways to work around it and to like get the erection
Mhm.
and make it happen, but
Sure.
also there's great sex without penetration. Like
See?
really great.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'd venture a guess that there are a lot of women out there who prefer the stuff that
Yeah.
goes along with no non-penetrative sex. And that's
Right.
because that's what we and probably enjoy the most.
Yeah.
And I mean, penetration is great. Let's not
Right.
um say that it isn't, but depending on what you've been through, like for me,
Yes.
I can't have vigorous penetration anymore
Right.
because of my surgeries. I'm only 2 years out from my proctectomy surgery where they removed my rectum, and that area is still very tender and I can't have vigorous
Yeah.
sex. So I honestly don't want to do it. I don't want
Right.
to do it.
Right. Yeah. And it's your
But I
choice.
like to do the other stuff.
Yeah. And there's plenty of that. Yeah. And there's plenty of women dealing with, the pelvic floor issues. And
Yeah.
it doesn't even need to be because you have an ostomy. Like
No.
my pelvic floor issues were far before my ostomy. So
Hmm.
there's that. But what you said about feeling the fear and the guilt, I love what you said about that because there's so many of those negative energies that we feel, like the shame, guilt, fear, judgment, all those things. And you're right, there's so many people who are out there struggling with that. And yeah,
Hmm.
disability kind of encompasses all those things. And yeah, it's all about the mind. So
And
mind over
hopefully by
matter.
listening to us share our experiences, that can help people feel not as alone and realize that their feelings are normal and that
Hmm.
they don't have to feel this way for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. No, 100%. It takes, I will say this too, it takes a long time to get there sometimes. But that's, I think, our goals, right? Is you've learned from your experience, I've learned from my experience,
Hmm.
and we've taken what works for us and we can kind of pin it down, right? We've
Mhm.
excluded what did work or what didn't work, and we can help people in that way because we've done it, we've lived it, and here's what's worked for me. And knowing more about people, we can help them with what works for them, you
hmm
know?
Well, we came out the other side, and then in our coaching, we learn about, we like constantly learning because every single person is different. So if someone says to me the exact same question as another person, I will say, well, I'll give the exact same answer, but the first thing I'll ask is, does this resonate with you?
Mm,
Because it might not. It
yeah,
might have nothing to do with them. It's just because of something I learned from another client. And
yeah,
so I think, well, maybe it's this because it was with this other client, but then
right,
maybe it isn't
right.
because every single person is different.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I think it was Carl Jung who said that when you're in like a coaching or therapeutic relationship, it isn't like you're an objective force.
Hmm.
You bring all of your own experience, all of your own biases, all of your own
Oh,
beliefs
yeah.
into it. And the goal is to really help that other person come to their realizations because they're the one who knows themselves the best. And so
Yes.
really
Yes.
they lead us just as much as we lead them.
Yes. It's that same thing. They can heal themselves.
Hmm
We're just the conduit to helping them remember
Yeah, we could just teach
they
them
can
the
do it.
tools and the skills and to get there, you
Hmm.
know. I think that like you said, it could take a really long time, and that's so true, especially if you're trying to change a behavior that is really ingrained. Like
Yes.
when I wanted to stop being controlling, that took me like a long time to stop being controlling. That was something
Yes.
that was ingrained in me.
Yes.
But then on some things, like you said, some things don't take that long. Like when I tried visualization, and this is something I would love to do a whole episode about. But when I tried visualization to prepare me for my second ostomy surgery, it was literally within days that I had a huge shift in my outlook.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and it was incredible. So some tools, and depending on what the issue is and how
Yeah.
long you've been dealing with it,
Yes.
some things you can actually have huge uh results really quickly. Or like my client who in only 4 weeks went
Yeah.
from having a wife that didn't want anything to do with him to having relations. Like
I
that's like huge,
That's
And just
very
like
big.
two
Yes.
weeks ago, or yeah, 2 weeks ago, that he got his first long kiss in years. So,
Mm.
and it just,
Love
but
that.
that's another other kinds of things I'll be excited to share in the podcast is like, what did I tell him to do
Yeah.
that helped him get to that point?
And two, some of these things like you're talking about, they cross over into just other parts of your life too, not just about the intimacy and the connection, but then it
Mhm.
could cross over into your money blocks, your abundance blocks, your how you're experiencing the world as a whole. So these
Mhm.
things cross over to all aspects of your life. While you like to focus on what you focus on and I focus on mine, your intimacy and mind mindset, they still cross over so
Mhm.
much. So I think
Absolutely. I know I'm
really great.
excited because, and that's the other thing, like when you're in this work, some people expect you to be perfect. Well, if you're helping other people heal,
Right.
then you should be perfect. Well,
Nope.
actually, no, I'm quite imperfect.
Yes.
I have my own challenges, even intimacy challenges.
Yes.
And that's the kind of stuff I'll be looking forward to talking out with you, Nicole, because we all should have a person that we can
Yeah.
go to.
Yeah.
And like I didn't become a coach because I just thought, "Oh, I can fix everybody."
Right.
I became a coach because I had a coach and it had such an incredible impact on my life
Hmm.
and then I got another coach and
Yep.
right now I have a coach that teaches me how to build a coaching business. So
Yeah.
and I really believe in uh the benefits of having a coach in your
The
life.
accountability.
Yeah, accountability, someone to listen to you that
Hmm.
you could feel safe to say anything with. And believe me, I've heard it all.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, in the Ostomy Body Positive group, I've had like a few different guys reach out wanting to send me pictures of their dicks.
No.
Yeah,
Why?
I have heard it all.
But what? Oh
Yeah,
my
I
gosh. What
think
do you
that because
say? What do you say?
I
Yeah.
say no, thank you.
Let me
I
see.
say
I'll let
if you'd
you
like to
know.
book a coaching session to discuss this desire in you to send your picture, then I can give you a free Zoom coaching
Yeah.
session. And it's true
Yeah.
because obviously like something like men are really shamed about dick pics. Obviously, we know that, right?
Yeah.
But there is a reason that men want to send pictures or ask you for pictures. That's the other thing. I
Really?
get asked for pictures too.
Mm.
And there's a reason for this. This is like there's something going on there. It's not
Yes.
bad. It's not something
Oh
to
my
be
God.
ashamed of necessarily. It's just it's a thing that,
Yeah.
you know, they should have a coaching session with me and talk about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, they
Wow.
should. Because, you know, there's appropriate and inappropriate ways to
For sure.
handle that
For sure.
and and like I feel pretty proud of myself that I don't react negatively and further shame them for this behavior.
Yeah.
But sometimes if they just keep going on and they
It's
don't
too
stop,
much.
I'll have to
Yeah.
block them. I'll just block them.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just block them. But
Yeah.
if they're respectful and they're nice and they're not jerks
Yeah.
about it, I mean, I just
Let's
express
talk
my
about it.
yeah, I express my boundaries and say what I'm really here for. And if that's of interest, let me know. But if not,
You handle yourself well because the ghetto in me would be like, motherfucker, what's up? Why you coming at me? Okay. I'd be like, snap. And oh,
well, there's a tiny
okay,
little
maybe
piece of me
not.
that's always curious that I like, maybe I do want them to send it. No, just kidding.
Let me see. What does that look like?
I can't believe I said that out loud. Joking around.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh gosh. Well, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. I'm looking forward to this, and I hope the everybody else is looking forward to it too. I think they are. I think I think this is going to be great too for Ostomy Body Positive. Like,
Mhm.
um, yeah, you know,
I mean, that group, we should do a shout out because that group is really what spawned the idea for us. You were
yeah,
doing you have been doing, and I th believe you're going to continue doing your interviews and stuff
yeah,
in the group.
yes,
And you interviewed me, I think once or twice.
a couple times.
And and then I thought, you know, we should just formalize this. We should
Yeah,
formalize it and have a podcast
yeah.
together.
Then makes so much sense. This makes so much sense. I love it. I love it. I just love the authentic openness,
Hmm.
the, it's something that we can't do this boldly on Ostomy Body Positive, but we can in our own platform. And that's what I love about it. So it's amazing.
We're doing it.
This is the dance. I don't know about this one, but catch 'em and reel 'em in.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that
What is it?
one? Do you know the shopping cart?
No?
What?
Shopping cart?
Yeah, so the shopping cart, so you just kind of like scroll it and then you grab. Yeah. And then the fishing pole is you catch them. Oh, wait, you snap your pole and then you reel them in. You do that on the dance floor to a guy you like. You're like, and then he goes like this, and
What?
then you reel him in. Yeah. The hook, line, and sinker, yo.
How did I not know that?
You have been to the club with me. That's why. You need to come to the club with me.
Oh
That's
my gosh, we have to meet each other in person at some point.
like in Seattle or something, like something like there's
Mm.
got to be clubs there and we can, but I've got my passport now, so I can get over the border now.
Mm.
I've never been to Canada yet, so I don't
Well, I
know.
have a
I've
whole
only been to
apart
Tijuana, Mexico and Algodones, so
I have a whole
I'm ready
apartment
for
you
some
could stay in.
worldly travel.
I have a place for you to stay if you come to
You there?
Canada. Yes.
Oh no, she disappeared.
Oh my God, you froze. Let's see what happens. Are you back yet? Well, I think I have probably embarrassed myself today. Is it mine? What's going on with my internet?
There you are.
Hey, I don't know if it was my internet or what happened.
I don't
I
know.
have it plugged in, but
Yeah.
maybe the
I was like,
internet.
I was like, long pause. Maybe she doesn't want me to come to Canada. No, no, of course not. Stay in your lane, okay?
The
We're
head just goes straight to, oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Uh,
I know you're joking though. You know it.
I do.
Well,
Well,
you have beautiful
perfect.
hair. Before we go, I just want to say I love your hair.
Oh, thank you. It's finally growing back out. I would when I was going in my dark went through my dark night of the soul spiritual awakening. I'll probably talk about that more as I know we'll talk about that because it's a
Hmm.
huge part of who I am. But I was like cutting, 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 dyeing, frying, purple. Like I was just like changing it all the time, like every other week or
Yeah,
something. But I correlated that with what I was going through. So,
yeah.
anyways, it's finally growing back out, after those years
Mm.
of doing all that
I always cut
stuff
my
that I
hair when I'm going through something too.
yeah, it's
It's
a
growing
woman
out again
thing.
right now.
Beautiful. I love your hair. I mean, that's the thing. Like you can pull that off. Like I could never pull that off. I mean, it's you,
The short hair, you mean?
No, just like your curls, your color, like all of it,
Mm.
it's like it's you. It's like it's your brand.
That's actually what
Yeah.
my old coach said. She said,
Yeah.
don't straighten your hair anymore because I was straightening my hair once in a while, and she was like,
Mhm.
your curly hair is your brand.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Something to be said about that.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I loved having our first episode. I'm super excited about the future.
Me too. Yay. And next week we will talk about my preguntas, my problems, or
What is
not so much of.
preguntas? Is that another
Oh,
language?
Spanish for problems.
Wow. I'm going to learn
Yeah.
Spanish too.
Yeah, solo un poquito, pero mis niños son latino. Sí.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah.
you. I don't know any other languages. I
Oh,
know how
I
to
don't know
say
that
double
much.
Dutch. You know, when
Oh,
you're a kid and
yeah.
you add the sound "ib"
Hmm.
before every, oh no, after every vowel sound? No, before every
Mm.
vowel sound, before every vowel sound. So my name would
Ah.
be Tribe Naiba Ribet Kibetz.
Oh my
And your
God.
name would be Naiba Kaibol Ribet Chibards.
What? Oh, that's so cool.
I
I
know
wish
it's weird. I don't know.
yeah,
I'm trying
I
to teach
love
it
it.
to my daughter, but yeah, I can't believe I still know it. I learned it when I was 12.
That's awesome. Well, it's kind of like where you would take the Nicole. So you take Nicole Nay. Remember, like you'd add
Oh
the
yeah,
AI
that's
to the
right.
end. Yeah,
That's
something like that.
right.
To speak in that language around your
What
parents, so
was
they
that
didn't
called? I
understand. I
forget.
don't know. I can't remember either. But we used to do it so like your parents didn't know what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's like a child language. I don't know. It must have
That's
been
what this
hard.
was. That's what this
Yeah,
was too.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, crazy.
All
Oh,
right. Well, I will see you next week.
yeah. Peace.
Peace.